I'm Miss Sadie, and I want to welcome you to Miss Sadie's Bookworms.com. You want to know what a bookworm is? A bookworm is simply someone who just loves to read. I'm a bookworm. I've been a bookworm for a very long time, and hopefully you can become a bookworm. You want to become a bookworm because of all of the great books that we're going to be reading together, books that children really love. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't have any books to read. But you will, mom, and if dad, grandma, grandpa, any adult, you have older sisters and brothers, if they will log on to my channel, check on the link, and books will be, they will have access to all of the books that we're going to be reading together. All right? Yeah. If I sound like I'm just so excited, I'm kind of like flipping over my words, but it's going to be okay because of the reading and the books. And all of you little people out there, that's my affectionate name. For all of the little guys that are under age 6, you have the potential. You have the qualifications actually to read at a very early age. So, how do we help you do that? Starting on a journey to reading? By simply supplying you with the books. Your parents will have access if they log on to SadiesBook.com and order the books, and I will deliver them to you personally if you live within a 15 to 20 mile radius of where I'm located. We can meet on a Saturday at a McDonald's, and guess what? I have the book that you requested, and I'll also bring some other special books that you might want to have in your own in-home personal library. So, what kind of books are we talking about? Let me show you. Here's one. Actually, this is the one we're going to be reading. It's called I Like Myself. But before we begin, let me introduce you to some of my friends, some of my students, and some of my characters that are in some of the stories. Now, if you look up on top of the sofa, there's Clifford. Next to Clifford is a duck, and he's on the back of the bear. Then there's the Itsy Bitsy Spider, Mary's little lamb, and then there's Mother Goose. Who's Mother Goose? She's the one that gives us all of the nursery rhymes, and this book is full of them. These are the ones we're going to be reading. Let's choose one. Ha! There they are. Look at these guys. Can you see that? Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. How do you do that? And the little dog laughed to see such a sport. Uh-oh. And the dish ran away with the spoon. There's plenty more. 3 blind mice, bad black sheep. Just so many. Mother Goose Book of Nursery Rhymes. Now, we're going to read this one story, and then we'll talk about other books that you're going to have access to and be reading. Let's get started. It's called I Like Myself, and the author is Karen Beaumont, and is directed by David Catrow. Uh-oh, I forgot again. So sorry. I introduced you to my friends up top, but I didn't introduce you to my students. Okay, over this shoulder, sitting on the arm of the chair, and he knows he shouldn't be sitting on the arm of the sofa, is Chad. Down below, next to Chad, is Kuroshido, and she's allowed me just to call her Kay. Okay? Sometimes I can't pronounce Kuroshido correctly. Next to Kay is Anise. Yeah, she has an older sister that's part of our class, but she's asleep right now. And next to her, Anise is part of my pre-K group. That's Anise. Next to Anise is a twin. That's Janae. Janae loves doing hair, and she's promised to do the hair of Tadese. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She just came into our class. Tadese. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sitting right there. So at any rate, we're going to get started reading that I Like Myself. Here it is. Let's see what happens. I like myself. Looks like she's having a lot of fun. I like myself. I'm glad I'm me. There's no one else I'd rather be. Yeah, these illustrations are great. I like my eyes, my ears, my nose. I like my fingers and my toes. I like me wild. I like me tame. I like me different and the same. Well, she is different and the same. I like me fast. I like me slow. I like me everywhere I go. Wow. I like me on the inside too, for all I think and say and do. Look at that. Looks like she had x-rays taken. Oh, these illustrations are beautiful. You're going to want them in your home, this book, and so many others. Tell mom, okay? Or dad. And I don't care in any way what someone else may think or say. She doesn't care, and you shouldn't either. I love this part. I may be called a silly nut or crazy cuckoo bird. So what? I'm having too much fun, you see, for anything to bother me. Even when I look a mess, I still don't like you any less. 'Cause nothing in this world, you know, can change what's deep inside. And so, she does look a mess. And so, no matter if they stop and stare, no person, ever, anywhere, can make me feel that what they say is all there really is to me. Turning the page gently. I'd still like me with fleas or warts or with a silly snout that snorts or knobby knees or hippo hips or purple polka dotted lips. Oh boy. Or beaver breath or stinky toes or horns protruding from my nose. Or yikes, with spikes all down my spine or hair that's like a porcupine. I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I'm me. Oh, that's a great story, and I hope you like it. And when mom or dad, or if you have an older sister or brother reads this to you, if you'd like to have this one, then you'll be able to see the illustrations and pictures, and you'll be able to see the words. Okay? All right. That's just one that we're going to do, but I'm going to show you some of the other stories that we'll be reading together. How about Splat the Cat? Yeah, there he is in the story. And here he is in our school. That's Splat the Cat. Oh, he's something. He is really something. I try and have characters on hand to make the story come alive. Now, if you have characters at home, that's fantastic. And if you don't, it's okay. Everybody knows and loves Dr. Seuss. Now, this is a smaller size Dr. Seuss. And this is like the regular size. So whatever you choose, the smaller one, regular size, we've got them. And you're going to read them. Hop on Pop, ABC. Oh, here's a favorite of the toddlers. Like I said, I have 4 different age groups. Infants. Oftentimes when I'm reading to them, I play soft music. Nursery rhymes. Then I have the younger toddlers, older toddlers, preschool, and then pre-K. This is a favorite for every group. The Wheels on the Bus. Now it says toddler books, but it's for all ages. Look at that. That's what it looks like. And inside, I'm sure every child has heard this. Wheels on the bus, they go around and around, around and around. Now we're talking about libraries. Here's one with Lola. Lola at the library. And you'll have your own in-home library once your parents is strong, right? Gives them instant access to the books. Guess who else? Kevin. Kevin goes to the library. All you have to do is go to your room where your library is, and we have something special when we read stories about nighttime, midnight hugs. That's what happens. We turn the lights down because it's time to go to sleep. Good night hugs. See, this is now. Oh my. Look at that. Yeah, can you see that? Oh, they get ready to go to bed. Oh. Here's an all-time favorite. Turn my lights back on. Where the Wild Things Are. This is a bona fide classic for preschoolers and pre-K children. And oftentimes, some things that parents forget. This is called Falling Up by Shel Silverstein. It's a book of poems and poetry. And I think prayers and poetry are great stories to read to children. They're short, but they're poetic. And children begin to learn the difference between a poem and a nursery rhyme. I'll read just one. Stone airplane. I made an airplane out of stone. I always did like staying home. And all of his work is in black and white. Beautiful. All right. So I did one story. I hope you enjoyed it. And if so, all you have to do is subscribe to MissSadiesBookworms.com. And it will give you instant access. Leave your information. I'm not so much of someone that does a lot of texting. But if you call me, you leave your number, I'll call you. We can get things started, and books can be on your way, and our children can begin their journey into reading and becoming a bookworm. Until tomorrow, we'll read again.